Thank you for the things we do. We appreciate you. Thank you, Heavenly Father. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. Just welcome someone tonight and just ask them how their day has been. That you may take your seat. Hallelujah. My first word tonight sums up all that we're talking about today. And if you get it, you have gotten the bulk of what I'm going to say tonight. You are as wealthy as, or your wealth is as a result of not wealthy in money, but wealthy in relationship. A man that is wealthy in relationship is wealthy in life. Because people make you. You are wealthy because you know people. The quality of people you have on your phone determines the quality of money you have in your bank account.
Yes, sir.
So you must know people. People are money. People. When you see people, you see money. When you see people, you see promotion. When you see people, you see elevation. God can only promote you through people. He's a man that will raise you. He's a man that God has put in his heart to raise you, to help you, to do business with you. He must be a man. So there are certain things you need to know for you to be able to succeed. Some of these things is not because you don't know them, but you are not conscious of them. The reason why some people don't feel the power of God in their life is because they are not conscious that power is existing. Even though that those that know that power exists, but somewhere along the line they don't feel that power exists for them. So they do not utilize the things that they know. All of us here know that God is God, and God is the God, the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ, our soon coming King. We all know that. But are you now able to implement that thing that you know? I said there before that if you fail an exam, it's not because you're a dunce. It's because you don't know enough at that time to pass you. So what it means is that it's the information. And also it's not just about having information, it's about applying that information. You can be a righteous man and you are failing, but there's something about sin consciousness and righteousness. So if you have the mind, when they say someone, Jesus has washed us, and the blood of Jesus has washed us clean, but some people still have sinful nature because they don't truly believe that just that act is able to wash them. So what am I saying? Knowing something is not enough, but applying it as at when it's needed. In fact, knowing something is not enough, but being conscious of that thing 24 hours of the day and applying it when it's needed is what will bring about victory for you. Did you get the process? Knowing is not enough. Knowing is not enough. You have to train yourself to be conscious of that thing that you know and know when to apply it so that it can work for you. Because now we want to talk about relationship for business, not relationship for friend. I believe that everybody here is an adult. I must tell you, you have made friends enough. If the friends that you have not turned you to multi-millionaire, then please, you need new friends. Because time has come. And by the way, it's only a fool that makes new friends in old age. Because those new friends will make. If you become a multi-millionaire now, you will have friends. But it's only a fool that will think that those are his friends. If you want friends, go back to your secondary school and your primary school. Those are your friends. Those are the ones that will look at you in the eyes and tell you the truth. Anything outside that are people that I just want you because of your position. Before I proceed, have you ever said things like this? If I could just meet the right people. Who has said that? If only I can just meet the right kind of people. If only I will know the right kind of people in my life, my business will go far. But let me tell you, it's not about just knowing. You have to actually step out to meet these people. Knowing a successful man, it's difficult for you to know some certain people. It might be difficult for you to have access to some certain people. But do you know the law of the 6th degree of separation says that you already have between 4 to 6 people that will take you anywhere you want to in the world, or can help you achieve anything. Look it up. 6 degrees, law of 6 degrees of separation. So what it means now is that if in your destiny it's important for you to see Donald Trump, you already have 4 people that can take you to the White House. Do you know that? It's already a law. Just like the law of gravity. There are some certain laws, the laws of attraction, the laws of gravity. Because they are not in the Bible does not mean that they are not in existence. Who said? Is it Galileo that said if you throw something up, it will fall down? He discovered it, but God has already done that thing. If you, whatever goes up must come down. So the same thing applies. That whatever you set your heart to do, God has already put in place. It's His law. He cannot change it. I said here last week or probably that when you set your heart to do something, either good or bad, God cannot stop you. Did somebody hear that? God cannot stop creation because He set creation He set it in motion. When we met God in Genesis, we met Him creating. We met Him creating. God cannot stop. That's why you see, God did not, watch it though, God did not stop Nimrod. If you read that scripture, He said, I can't, how did He say, and I don't have my Bible here, I would have read. He says that I cannot stop them from what they are doing. Do you know, can you remember the scripture? He says, even what, I can't stop what they are doing because it's a law in existence. But what God did was to change their tongue. Don't worry about it. Anytime you see there is confusion among friends, anytime you see that something is going well, all of a sudden it's not God's will, or somebody has forgotten God, or the motive is not in line with God, that is when you see that best friends, brothers begin to have issues because it's not the will of God for your life. And when those things begin to happen, you need to check yourself. We must step out. And I have like 6 or 7 or 8 points that can help us build strong relationship. You are not wealthy in money. You are wealthy in relationship. And let me just break it down before I proceed. When you are in trouble, who do you call? Huh? You borrowed money, 100 million, to import something, and it's coming in. As you enter a order, they stop it there, and you have a deadline to deliver that thing by tomorrow morning. If not, no deal. You borrowed money. Who do you call? I ask Christians, who do you call? You had all the opportunity in life to know the commissioner of police. You didn't do that. And I've said it, I'll say it again. When there's a new commissioner of police, it doesn't matter. Package 100,000, police will not, they will not reject 50 naira. Package 200,000, 250,000 naira. Go to enter that their headquarters, they say you want to see DPO. Well, dress well. They will usher, they know now. The policemen, they know these things. I want to see DPO. What for? I just came to welcome him. You will see him within 5-10 minutes. And you bring out your card, say, oh God, welcome to Port Harcourt. So now we dey here, now we dey do this thing. The day you have a problem, you call them, that's 250,000 you will pay for once in your lifetime. I have from experience and from being around wealthy people do not pay bills. Do you know that? They don't pay bills. They don't pay custom duty. They don't pay all those things. Laws are for poor men. Laws are for poor men. His poor men that pay tax. A man said to his wife, I'm telling you, don't misbehave. I will kill you here, nothing will happen. He did and nothing happened. Because he had already set the thing in motion. Why am I saying this? It's because they know the system, how the system works. The law sometimes in Protestant Christians, we must build influence. Which kind of money when you find you don't know these people? You don't know them. One person can hate you because there is no permanent friend, no permanent enemy in the marketplace. His favor is traded for favor. So you did favor for one. That commissioner today can become IG tomorrow. And you already know him. Oh, and he knows you, all those Port Harcourt people. It's just one favor. Regional manager for NEPA, or what they call them now, comes, you go and see him. So guy live in this street. There are people before they take light in their street, they will call them first. Sir, please, in the next 2 hours there will be no light. That one, I know that in Lagos and I've seen it here in Port Harcourt. And the NEPA people don't even go to the compound. That is wealth. Wealth is not having money. It's how do you secure it when you have it. Having money is just the first step. Securing, preserving, and maintaining it is where the work is. How do you secure and maintain it when it comes? It's through people. How do you relate with your staff? How do you relate with your staff? A friend of mine, I think 4 years ago, he bought a vessel. He bought a vessel, he had some investment, he had money somewhere, he was waiting for money. It was his staff that organized and they killed him, burnt him, cut him into bits and went to bury him close to Abuja Airport. How do you relate with people? Because the higher you go, it's supposed to either make you humble or make you very arrogant. But people make you. No matter as rich as you are, somebody will cut your hair. Somebody will cook for you. Somebody will drive you. So wealth is a combination of many things that have to do with people. So how you relate with people determines your progress. So we need to build strong friendship. Number one, you need to build strong friendship. And where do you start? Everywhere you go, expect to meet new friends. Everywhere you go. Don't waste your outing. Don't waste your outing by I will not go anywhere without going with my complimentary card. Now I don't even bother much with complimentary card. I have the WhatsApp. I have WhatsApp that explains more than complimentary card. So my company is in PowerPoint, in WhatsApp, pictures, lovely crop pictures. The business, those of you that were here on Saturday, the presentation that was done about this, I told Banji, I said, do it in PowerPoint, send to me on WhatsApp, and I'm sending it to invite people. The way it's colorful, when they send it to you, you want to. Who are these people they want to meet? You must go out. If my wife said, let's go to 3 places, in my mind I'm calculating which one will pay me. How can I leave my home and I go to a place that does not add value to me? I don't go to fast food. Wait till I find there, so that I will go and be standing near and somebody that is sagging, that is. No, I go to restaurants. Occasionally treat yourself. Why will I carry 20,000 naira, 15,000 naira? It can't be less than 10,000 naira to go and eat. To go and eat, and it will be waste. Why? You must go out there. See, you must be the part. You must look the part and do it. Occasionally, I've said here before, go to supermarkets. You know where to find the rich now. Go to gym. You can save up money. Go to gym once and make friends, even if you don't want to return the next year. Go to golf club, go and register, buy those skills. Even if you hate golf, I hate golf with a passion, but I go to buy it. I go to play sometimes, because you don't know, even to go and play golf, you have to bribe the person to set you up, to know when MD of shell is coming, so that he can pair you up with the person, because you have between 4 to 6 hours to walk around that place. And you'll be talking. You can tell him your whole life history. He will tell you his own life history. So you need to go out there. See, you cannot be looking for wealth and be thinking poverty. You cannot. You cannot. You must go out there and meet these people. Go to restaurant. I went to a restaurant. I think it was during Christmas time. I went with my kids. I went with my 3 boys. We just entered Eastern Garden. We just sat down. A guy came with his 3 boys also. Men looking at him, you can see, there's some people that, money doesn't hide. It does not hide. As he just came, he just saw me and he sat down. After a while, he got up and he said, can we all sit down together? I said, yes, now. So as we were talking, he asked me, what is the purpose of this thing? I said, anytime I want to discuss certain things with my children, I have to bribe them first. I have to give them that so that they can give me what I want. One was going into, they're at a stage in their life. One is getting ready for university, one is getting ready for SS1, and one is getting ready for JS1. So they are new levels. I needed to talk to them about new levels and my expectation, so they tell me their expectation most of the time is not in the house. So when they are eating and enjoying, that's when you pass the verdict and it is sealed. So the man came as we were talking, and I told him, I said, see what is. He said, hey, is it that he needs to talk to his children. So what we told them was the essence of education. Because if you don't let your children understand, without education, education is the first. Leave this thing. And I told them, see, this thing that you see, it can be like a mirage. Don't put your trust in any man. I said, I've seen men go senile in their old age and carry all their this thing and dash to a foundation. A man that cannot, you are waiting for your father to die, you are very miserable. Your father's own is only a bonus to what comes. It's only a bonus. I met this man, and when this man started saying the things he was doing, wow. He said his first son, because he's a Rivers man, must go to a school here. So his first son was here, but the rest came from, he has a company in Houston. And we talked a lot in terms of business, and it was worth it. You need to go out. Occasionally, if I have time, if you get to the airport, go to the VIP lounge. Before it's 500 naira, I don't know how much, 1,000, 1,500. What is it? If you can pay for the flight, is it VIP? Those girls will come and be asking you. And when you enter there, it's not as if water is 1,000 so. But do you know who is sitting by your side? A family friend was deputy MD of LNG. I've been looking, he doesn't have one, he uses one number once in maybe no more than 2 months. I've been calling the number, but as I entered there with my wife one day, he was there. As he just saw me, he started laughing. He's the one that told me for security reasons that his personal number is still his old number, or that all this other one is company and they change it from time to time. How much collectively that I spent there is no more than 3,000. Some people say, you won't show, you don't get money. It's not about that. It's about going there, going to the gym, which supermarkets do rich people go to. And when you go there, strike a conversation with them. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. So you cannot be saying, if I know the right people, there's opportunity to know the right people all the time. So when you go leave your house, expect. Because without expectation, there's a saying that says expectation always leads to manifestation. So if you're not expecting to receive, to meet someone, you will not. Hebrews 13:2 says, do not forget or neglect or refuse to extend hospitality to strangers. In doing so, many have entertained angels. So what does it mean? You need to be free, and you need to be kind. You need to be friendly. A man that desires friends, Bible says, must make himself friendly. When you propose in your heart to have friends, you must do things as occasion demands. The man that will take you to the governor might not be a senator. The man that will take you to might not be a commissioner. He might just be an ordinary person that can do it for you. So how do you relate with people that you come in contact with? How? We went for a function one day, and it was a restaurant, and there was a guy pompous and arrogant, and the waiter served, they mixed up his food. He said, who is this imbecile? Somebody that is serving you food, when he carries that food from that place inside the kitchen, what do you think he will do? If she spits inside, how will you know? Then he was coming down the staircase, one of the stairs. He said, you know the way he shifted, as if, tell the person to shift as if the person had leprosy. And I asked, who is this guy? The guy came and said, don't mind him, his business has crashed. Don't mind him, all this way, his business has crashed. See, when you meet people, leave something. Every time you meet someone, leave something with them. In words, in kindness, in something. Just leave something with them. You're building friendship. You see, if it's a word, you have to make it a duty to tell people, you are looking nice, you are just, tell them all those. It does not matter. People will call, you'll be surprised that they will call you, because everybody, you don't know whether that guy was depressed that day, and that thing you said lifted up his spirit. So leave your house every day knowing that I must build friendship that matter. And where you are going is not the big people. I've told you how to meet them, but they can be snobbish also. They can look at you. Why? Because rich people are very insecure. They don't like faces they don't know. But if they see that face 2 or 3 times, they will think it's one of their own. So it's good to go for the function. All of us here know where the rich people go now. Who doesn't know where they hang out? We all know where they go. But at the same time, I want to tell you that it can be a gate man that can lead you. For good marketers, they will tell you, if you smile and give what you are supposed to give. The woman that I met, I think I've told us here, and I met, and they say that woman she's always frowning. She's always frowning for you to see this, to see her. Naturally, that's her face. It's not as if she's a bad person. And they've already told me about this woman. How do I treat this woman now? I didn't know. I just said, Holy Spirit, help me, because I need to see this man. I got there. They said the man wasn't around. So, okay, let me see the secretary. Let me even discuss with her whether I will. So I got there. I sat down. She said she was coming out. If you see her face, she spoiled her face like Nigeria girl. I'm telling you, I didn't even know where to start. But my eyes just went to the kids. I said, Madam, lovely kids. Her face just like that. I said, so your kids are the weakness here. It's okay. When I was coming next time, I brought something for the kids. That was it. She's the one that will call you. She's the one that will tell you this is happening. People, you must go out every day. And you know, another thing that stops people, you know, there are people that feel that they know too much. When you meet them, they are talking. When maybe somebody is feeling down and comes to you, wants to say something to you, and you start to correct that person. You are being judgmental. It's not, when you see someone that is upset or see somebody that, it's not the time to correct the person. It's not the time to tell them whether what they did was good or not. It's the time to just listen. Another time you can ask and correct them. Do not be judgmental. Encourage. Let people remember you for that guy that said one thing. I can see someone I know that I want, like one I did recently. I know I won't see this guy again. But there's a pen they gave to me. There's a pen they gave to me. That pen looks like gold. I don't even know whether it was gold or not. But the Holy Spirit laid it in my heart in church that if I see this guy, I should give it to him. I struggled the first day. And the guy, I saw the guy, but he left. I said, thank God, I didn't see him. The second time I gave it to him. 2 days after, he called me. Just to thank me for, he called me. He doesn't call people normally, he called me. A week after, he sent me text. He sent me one information. Just because of that singular act. What is the Bible? I'm not that type that love to wear and carry. When you have something that you don't need, give it out. Do you know it can even be sweets that you have in your pocket? You just carry and just give to someone. You are building. Friendship is an act. And you don't have to wait. You have to move. You must build friends. You must smile. Learn to smile. Some of us, we don't smile much. You must learn to smile and prepare yourself for friendship. Okay. Number 2. Seek out the right kind of people to be members of your business circle or your circle of influence. You must learn to seek out the right kind of people. And there are different places. For a believer, there are different places that you can seek out the right kind of people. The first one is in church. The first one is in church. When you are in church, look for those you don't know in church. Every time you go to church, you see a new face, just go to them and just say, are you new in this church? Oh, my name is so and so, and you walk away. People, I met a lady in a gym just once or twice. The first one we greeted, the second, it's not like we really gisted. But we met at the airport, coming back to Port Harcourt. She just came into the waiting lounge. She looked and looked. She didn't see anybody. She saw me, her face lighted up. She just came, sat down, and started gisting with me. Because she could remember the face. So, and what was it? It's not that we said anything much, it's just greet. When you go to the supermarket, when you go out, anybody you see, say good morning, good afternoon, how are you doing today? Just say it. You have no clue where you meet those people. And you have no clue who those people are. You don't know who they are. If visitors come to your church also, reach out. To those you can reach out. Reach out. A guy came and he didn't know how to reach out to people in church, in my church. This was a story I heard. So there was this job that was coming in his company and he was looking for people that can do it. So he asked an usher, and usher said, so and so are in oil and gas, that she feels he should talk to them. The guy said he can't just go and meet them, they might think he's 419. So as he was saying, this friend of mine was just walking by. He said, hey, don't worry, I will talk to you. Because that guy greeted him in the bathroom. When they see you, boy, how now. That was all. Do you know how much this contract was? 500 million. The people in oil and gas were not talked to. It's just a man that just said, hello, young men just gisting. Even for those of you, just like here, after the meeting, he said, I've not seen you in this marketplace. It's all. When the person comes the next day, sees you, you want to sit close to you. Friendship has started. And you never know. You never know the day of visitation. So watch how you treat people. But when you meet people, meet them, do not have hidden agenda. Say, hey, I don't get this one now. If let's say you get money. Most of the time when you walk towards that relationship doesn't. You know what? People can discern your intent. Just make it a duty to speak with people. Just make it a duty to talk to people. Whoever it is, don't be respecter of people, or don't because the person dresses well or not. There was a story I heard. I don't know if it's true. When we were serving, or when I was serving, there was a guy that there's this man. He doesn't dress well. And this couple that was with us. We asked him, okay, why are you not dressing? We said, I have many children. That can you imagine the first three, they're in university. So how can I change? How can I dress well? And the guy said, look, you start. After a while, he started buying clothes for the guy and started talking to him and started, saying you can do better. They became friends. He would give him clothes, he would tell him, the man is not too old, but because of the things that he has gone through, you see him, you think he's old.
But this guy taught him how to live again. Only 5 years later, the first daughter, the man could not eat, he couldn't drink water, God was sending her to the university. Which man did he bring to the house? That same boy. And guess what? The man has vowed in his life that guy, none of his daughter will marry an Igbo man. Wow. And this guy was Igbo. When the wife was saying, he said, leave that thing, I cancel it today. Because the man had retired, left the north, came back. Just one good deed. It can, just because you are just do things that the Spirit will lead you. The Spirit lead, because for me, I had to make a pact with the Holy Spirit. I said, don't let me live here. The kind of person I am, I'm not the type that can walk up to everybody, hug, do. It's not my nature. But I said to Holy Spirit, I need you to give me a nod to say hello, shake someone, or this or that. Because you know that I cannot do it on my own. I can just be here and I will just have a feeling that I was in a meeting. And all of a sudden I had a feeling to just go to the back. I had a feeling to leave my seat. And it was so nothing, I wasn't pressed, nothing, I left. And I just strolled to the back. I stood at the back, only for one guy the next thing I heard, oh boy, no seat here. I said, there's a seat in front. I said, my seat here, I just wanted to stretch my legs. He said, when I'm going, I should come. I brought him to the front when I was sitting. So after the event, I saw him still hanging around. I said, where is your card? He said, oh, it's in the car, let's go to the car. When I got to the car, my leg was shaking because this man had 20 mopo and soldiers guarding him that came with him. The person that was wearing jeans, that is, if I had seen him under normal circumstances, maybe I wouldn't have said anything. But every time I want to enter somewhere, I say, Holy Spirit, you know me, that I might not be able to walk up and say hello. But if I need to do it, give me that much. Sometimes I will come to the office, I'll say, Holy Spirit. You know, Holy Spirit is the most redundant God on ever. Because we don't use him. I come to my office and say, Holy Spirit, is there any call I need to make? As I'm dressing up, I'm asking, is there anything, please bring to my knowledge what I need to know. And he will. You just have this urge to make this call. You just have this call to call someone, to visit someone, to do this, to do that. It just happens. It just happens. One day I was in dire need of, I needed to pay 100,000. I came, I just sat in my seat. And I just said, Holy Spirit, who do I call at this time? Who to guide me? And he just, I just remembered my elder brother, but I realized that I knew he was having some job issues at that time. But it was, the Holy Spirit was in my heart that I should call him, so I called him with Jesus. He said, hey, they wanted to send money to my mom. I said, well, that message no go complete because the person that is going there will not, he gave me exactly that 100,000. That is the power of the Holy Spirit. Because we do not utilize him. Okay, let's continue with church. I have others. Make sure you are gracious and friendly to everyone, even those who do not dress and speak the parts. James 12:1-4 says, my brethren, pay no civil regard to people that show no prejudice or partiality, do not attempt or hold and practice the faith of our Lord Jesus Christ with snobbery. I think it's the New Living or Living Bible. what he's saying there, treat everybody the same way, not because you feel that this, the way to prosperity, the way to powerful connection does not necessarily come from the high and mighty. Okay, another one is social media. If you're on social media, you can reach out to a lot of people. You have unlimited opportunity to reach out to people, but you have to be cautious. There are good people, there are evil people on social media. Understand, there are more evil people. Social media is something that is good, but you also need to be careful when you have, you just meet someone after a week, he's telling you one long story about loan, about how he needs to pay one or two things. By their fruits you shall know them. But for what I do, I'm not so much afraid of what people can do if you commit it into the hand of the Lord. You tell the Holy Spirit, is it when you see that person, like for me, of which I tell people here, do not be in a hurry to do things. Be led by the Spirit. For as many as are led by the Spirit, these are the sons of God. I've met quality people on social media. Also, there are people you meet, you realize, but before those opportunities start, you need to make up your mind and know there's some, once you don't feel good about saying, liking something or accepting someone's friendship, then you don't need to. It's not compulsory that you chat with everybody. It's not compulsory. But some people say I'm a business person, I have to be friends with everybody so I can send my, it's okay, it depends on how you want to do what you want to do. And especially for women, we also need to be careful. Then in the workplace is also a powerful tool for someone to reach out and build friendship. Every banker I meet, I say, look, you are sitting on a gold mine. People have become multi-millionaires because of the relationship they made in the bank. You are in retail, you are selling every day, you are in the market, you are selling every day. You need to utilize whoever comes into your space. As they are coming, you are looking at who is it. You must leave something. It's not just a complimentary card. I'm talking about an experience. Live an experience. Encourage them on something. Everybody is complaining about something. Encourage them. I met a guy that was doing, I think he was into leather works. We did MBA together. He was doing leather works. He had bag, he had shoes, and there was this lady that he did work for. And when I saw him, I went to his shop and he said, do you know that this lady came and gave me 100,000 naira for Christmas? I said, why? He said that when she came to the shop, the way he encouraged her when she mentioned she had an issue, he said, no, such people, let her come and say thank you to her. Every single act, whoever you meet in doing your job, so be careful. When you are doing your job, now in Nigeria, especially in government, but not just government, this is your job function. An outsider comes expecting you to do that job, we expect them to say thank you for the job you have been made. I know of a place that when you go there, you ask somebody that does the graphics in a company or organization to give me this work. You say he will not give you until you give him to go and print. For a job, what experience will people have when they leave you? You see that, oh, okay, that they are not good, but it's not as if they are perfect, but their customer care is good. There's something about you. You must leave that with whoever you meet. And it must be with you wherever you go. Whether you're on the job or whether you're in church, when you meet people, tell them your name first. So don't say, because the way it is done, just like when somebody calls you and the person is asking you, who be that? The person is calling you and saying, who am I speaking with? What, are you not irritated by that? Somebody will call you and they ask you, hey, so what's your name? You called me, you should tell me the same way when you meet people. Tell them, my name is Uche, what is your name? If you want to have that kind of rapport. Because there's a way you need to carry yourself in the marketplace. You have to carry yourself well. You don't carry yourself as if you have motives for meeting. And I must say, both to men and both to women at the same time. It's not everybody that smiles at you, looks at you, means that it's for something. And it affects women more than it affects men. Because you need to realize if you have a business you're running, you have something, you have people. There's nothing wrong in walking up to a man and saying, look, I do shirts, or I can do shirts for you, or I know someone that can do shirts. It's not an opening for toasting, it's not. It shows in your aura, it shows in your... I've had young women walk up to me and they talk to me in business, and for no reason will I think it's your disposition. It's the way you stand, it's the way what you're talking. Because someone can read your mind talks, your thoughts can be heard. But in business, you need to reach out to customers. A woman says she's shy, she can't do. I say it's because you are not hungry yet. If you are, you will reach out there to talk to people. This is what I do. It's the way you carry yourself that matters. You must carry yourself well. How can you be asking for a job of 50 million when you don't look it? When you don't have the confidence for it? How? Who will give it to you? You must be able to be confident, because if you cannot speak, it means that, and I told the lady that when you start to employ, you know majority will be men. She said yes. So is this how you be talking to the men? You cannot look at them in the eye, people you are paying salary, and talk to them. You have to be able to speak to them. You have to be able to reach out. You have to be able to do the things. How about white people, when you meet them for the first time, they introduce you and they peck you 2 times, some do 3. What will you do? Say, no, I'm a Christian, I'm a married woman. But that is their culture. That is their culture. You have to act like where you are going to. You have to prepare and position yourself for where you are going to. We were working. When I started working, this was the rule. You wear tie as a junior management staff. You wear tie, or you wear jacket and you don't wear tie. But what is required is just tie. It's just tie and trouser, and that's all. You are cool. You're okay. But this, my friend, for where he has to wear suit. It's just, we are all started on entry level. That's his own. You can say his own. The suits are made. That's how he appears. Do you know that appearance is what got it? One day my MD, which I worked there for 3 years, and I'm sure in that 3 years, only 2 times I saw him, when I went for my final interview, and maybe one other time. Apart from that, when you see him close, is when we're doing budget session. He's very fast, sitting on the high seat like Herod, watching everybody and asking them, where's my money? So he came out and said, where is this thing? His PA went to do something, whether I don't know whether the printer broke down, he had to go somewhere. He came out and said, he cannot, I need someone. And he looked up, it was the guy that was well dressed that he took. Do you know from that day he became his PA? Wow. He had the 2 PAs, but he became, after 2 years, the guy told me that he's going. I said, going where? Do you know that guy retired? He said, I have seen it all. He said, what I came here to see, I have seen it. Because do you know that he would say, he was living with his sister, he had a key, he can come back anytime. So nobody was monitoring him. When he goes, the man, you tell them, don't worry, I'm fine, sir. I'm not married, there's nowhere. He was writing minutes and time for this man.
he was discussing business deals with this man. Sometimes he sleeps in his parlor. After 2-3 years, he said, I've seen it all. He's one of the richest Nigerians in Houston today. He started his own oil and gas because he has seen the way. Just by looking the path and not having the will and the determination to see it through. What I'm giving you all these stories is because there is no textbook that can tell you these life stories I'm telling you. You have to prepare for it. What do you want? What do you want? You want to be a speaker? You want to be a speaker? You want to be a pastor? You have to carry Bible for someone. You have to know. You see, the things in life that make you are small information. I think I've told you guys about logistic business. It was one night I realized what logistic business was all about. They were doing just because my oga didn't have flash, needed me to go and do flash and use my flash and copy something for him, and that's what I saw the trade secret of what it means. But you have to be there. You have to position yourself in the workplace. Whatever you want, you have to position. Do you know you can be a friend to your boss by going the extra mile for him. Going the extra mile, but you are preparing yourself for where you are going. Build friendship in high places. Build friendship in high places because it matters. Then when it comes to marketplace, in the business place, make relationships as you go in business every day you live. The fifth one is join associations, networks, clubs, Rotary, Lions, JC, whatever organization that can bring you, Old Boys Association, village meeting, if it works out for you, whatever it is that you can meet people. Do not hesitate to join such places and such things that can help you meet people. Fifth one is join professional and networking, professional organizations. Join the Port Harcourt Chamber of Commerce. Join anything that has to do with your industry. Join Nigerian Christian Engineers Association or whatever it's called, Lawyers Association, whatever association. That thing they say pay it gladly. It's not about that, it's the networking that matters. Why do people go to exhibition? It's people that we meet, the people they will meet in the exhibition. Anywhere there is gathering of people, prepare yourself and you go to those places. It's important that you go there. Then follow up. Follow up with the people that you have met. It's very important. Follow up. See what I do. If I meet you today, there is something, as I leave that meeting with you, I will just text, thank you for your audience. When you meet someone, just thank them for their audience. You have made a friend for life. Just thank them. Occasionally send them things, just thank them. Just say thank you for that timing, thank you for that meeting. Try as much as, don't bombard them with texts and this but from time to time, try and keep in touch with them. Do not overdo it. People appraise you in terms of follow-up. You need to know something. In terms of meeting people, there are 4 ways people evaluate and classify you, whether they want to make you their contact. What you do, how you look, what you say, and how you say it. I'll take it again. What
you do. So you must have the proper line of what you do. So we are trying. The Lord is helping us. We're into business now. We dey try. How will you classify? How can a rich person, a person of influence, use you with that kind of words? How? I actually learned it from my son when he was 9. He said, they are laughing at me that my dad is a businessman. Which part of business do you do? He said, no, they want to, what do you do? You are not just a businessman, you are doing something. If I'm not hearing what you are doing, I'm into oil and gas is an opening. Which part of oil and gas? And oil and gas is like from here to New York. Which part? What do you do? Because now I start equating you. Everybody, when you meet someone for the first time, don't they always ask you, so what do you do? That's the first classification, and most of us fail at that. What do you do? You'll be able to tell them what you do, and you might not get it in one day, but you have to write out what you do. Tell them what you do, so you are not confused at what you do. Yes, if you are not prepared, you'll be confused. You won't know what to say, because most men do many things. But you cannot tell them, I'm doing this, I'm into shipping, I'm into construction, I'm into hospitality, I'm into all this. They will say this one, they praise. What? No, really, what do you do? You must be able to say what you do. And if I have gauged you, I can tell you what I do based on my knowledge of who you are. Okay. If I want to be useful, if I want you to use me, I will tell you what you want to hear. Articulate it well. Articulate. If I see someone that is into construction, I don't bother myself to tell the other things that I do. If I see a pastor, I know where to go. You have to be smart in how you relate to people. What you do determines how people rate you. So now I ask you, what do you think? How will you want people to look at you? That will determine what you do. You are not a general contractor. You are a contractor in something. Whatever it is you do, just tell us and use the right words. Use the right word, because nobody uses the word tailor. I'm a tailor again. I'm a fashion designer. There's another word for it now. The words are changing every minute, every day. They are bringing new words, and you have to be current with those words. Is it not? They told me about one. There's a man that he doesn't believe in marriage. He's a white man, but I needed to speak with him. He doesn't believe. He lives in partnership. He thinks that marriage is a waste of time. He feels that why are you that once you say you are married, it takes the joy, the beauty out of it. It takes the whatever he was trying to explain. So when you meet such people and they ask you, you need to know what you are going to tell that person concerning who you are and what you feel about certain things. And we talked, and I told the first time he asked me, because somebody has told me the kind, and I classified him, and I said, okay, I will show and say, I know the way to Europe. So when he asked me, I said, oh, okay, instead of saying my wife, I say significant other. Do you know that is the word for a partner, a living, also wife? He said, yes, this is an African that I want to discuss with. That was my opening. That was the opening. In this meeting people, you have to be smart.
Be gentle, he said, be wise as a serpent, but be gentle as a be wise as a serpent. You need to gauge people and know how to relate with them. Because the gate, if they don't open that gate, you can't enter. So you need to enter. When you are talking to a European concerning what, you need to know what is happening in Europe concerning that thing. You are talking to an American, you need to know what is happening. It's your duty to find out. If you want to be friends to them. I have never told anybody I don't drink alcohol. When I enter that setting, I tell them, I don't get head for this thing. They start laughing at me. They don't know that I'm a pastor. And really, they don't care. When they come, they will bring all those that I say, no, I want water or this. Why? I say, I don't have head for it. If you give me this thing, if I drink here, everybody will laugh and they will just give me my way. And truly, I don't have head for it because my head is filled with the Holy Spirit. Where will I put alcohol? Do you understand? So, I am not making them uncomfortable. Not that you come to a setting and say, no, I'm a Christian. And it means that it's like you are judging them for enjoying. See, there are principalities, and I keep saying it. There are principalities that own the city and own the marketplace. Port Harcourt, River State is owned by a few men. If you have the opportunity to meet them, are you going to be judgmental? Paul met them. If you read Paul, he knew how to navigate high and mighty. And we should also, as with the apostolic call, to be able to enter into places. I've become all things to all men. You cannot, they can't change you, but you should be able to enter places. I have, when you stay in a place and they say, oh, that man is coming, that pastor may not come, we'll tell them we're not here. Rather, they realized I was a pastor after a while, and when you come now, they say, pastor, pray for us. Your coming does not make them uncomfortable. Your religion should not make people uncomfortable. Faith is a personal thing. And we need to realize it. One day the Holy Spirit said to me, this Christianity, this religion takes you to my feet. God is above religion. God is above the Bible, is above faith. If the religion points you to Him, what He wants is a relationship. But we stop ourselves from getting to a place that we give God the glory. God created us for dominion. Genesis 1:26 created us for dominion, to have dominion over the air, the land, and the sea. But we have stopped ourselves because we think we are more religious than God. God expects us to take the marketplace, to take industries, but people are there. And you have to get into that place. You have to get into politics, get into all these places, so that God will now make a way for us to enter into that place. He's not sitting in church and be calling them wicked. That's how they will continue to rule. The progress the South made in this political dispensation, at least is better than the last one, no matter the outcome. But it has to change. Every 4 years, people will have say, young men will come out. We've seen it happen. And the more they keep coming out, one of them will make it. One of them will make it. So we have to keep doing what we're doing. And we need to build friendship. The first one, what we do, how we look. Second one is how we look. Cannot just dress me and say, one guy say, nothing they happen. God's favor is upon me. You now wear slippers. Nothing they happen when we go is when God favors a man. Wherever you are, they will answer. The call of God is upon my life, and he went enter the conference, they bounced him. He came to a conference and they put this demarcation in the middle for pastors and for bishops to cross over. And he said he was a bishop, but he wore slippers. As he got there, they bounced him. You have to look the part. If you say you can do 100 million naira contract, you have to look it. You have to drive the car. You can't come there without car. If you don't have car, take car hire. Take car. It doesn't have to be your car. Take car hire, go there. When you come, driver open door for you. You are paying for it for that hour. You can reach corner and tell driver bye-bye, check the rest. But they saw you living in the car with the driver. You came with the driver, you left with the driver. That's all they know. That's all they know. Look the part. Look the part. Who was I telling one of my... I went in to presidential. They were doing a conference. And I came for chamber meeting, two small halls. And as I just came in, I walked into the conference they were paying for. And as I was in, they had these guys, you see their bicep is from here to here. As I was walking in, they opened the door for me, I entered. It was when I sat down, they gave me I realized I was in the wrong conference. So I came out and I told the ladies, why did you go out? This is not my place. They say, why now? That I should stay since I entered. I said, how much? They said, 150,000. I said, why didn't you ask me? They say, oh guys, it's not your type now. We'll come to your office. All we need is your card. We'll come to your office and collect the money. I say, if I tell this lady that if she had come to my office, there would have been problem. Because I have to pay 3 times. I have to be begging for 3 installments. But they don't know that. I'll tell you guys this thing. I went to Owerri for doing Jonathan's campaign. And the COP senators came and said, oh, but when they will never see you since now. Me, do you know me? When they finished the campaign at the stadium, the senator from Imo State came and said, this is my state. That now I will show you people how to host. I said, let me enter the boy. He said, no, me and this present Imo State, the new governor, we were sitting by his side. That is green cap, that shape. Well, I don't understand. Yeah, he was by my side. He was saying that come, that you come, that he will. I just laughed. Why? Look the part. Look the part. Why? Because I only wear 2 things. Apart from wear my jeans and all that, I only wear 2 things, senator and safari. And that is supposedly their uniform. And I'm not wearing it for them, it's just because. And when they see you, they think you're one. It's so easy for rich people to think that you're one of them. So you must look the part. And you must have the confidence to talk. The third one is what you say. What you say will either make you or make them chase you out. And when they begin to discuss terms, some of these things, it takes time for you to grow into it. But it will come. When I went to one place, I sat down with them and they were going to pass the bill. Each bill was 280,000 naira per, just to go around 6 people. And I made the mistake of coming. And I checked 2 more people to get to me. 280, and then there's no ATM, no all these things, you have to pay cash. When it comes to this one time, you call his driver, go to the car, and I didn't come with car. I I was wondering how. I said, God, you have to deliver me before I embarrass myself here. What you say, the only saving grace is that when I was working and they give you targets, 1 billion, 200. First time they gave us target 500 million. I say, where will we get it? Even if we take AK-47 and start robbing, how do we rob up to that amount? But I saw young people and made 150 million. They clap for them. 122-year-old boy, maybe if he is the star, I say no, then it's doable. If you want to be rich, hang around rich people. Or if you want to be bold, hang around. There are some people, it has nothing to do with age. If you see the things they are doing. My wife travels more than me, and sometimes if she's going to Lagos, I say to people, and I say with all honesty, not to offend anyone, please do not stay away from Lagos for too long. Sometimes I might not really have anything, and I'll follow her to go there, and I sit down. Every time I go to Lagos, I see something new, and I say, boys are thinking. They are not sleeping there. You will see new things that they are doing. You will see, and when you are speaking to them, the first thing my eye opened is we were teenagers waiting to enter university, and boys were already, Unilag boys were already, they knew what dollar was. There's a boy, his father was a minister, I don't want to call his name. If you see this boy, he was already talking about dollars traveling. Most people in Unilag that know, they go abroad every year and they come from poor homes because of the environment they find themselves. They were talking dollars. I opened my mouth, I said, dollar, my mates. They were talking dollars and exchanging and loaning themselves dollars and talking about, oh, in this street, in the UK, this in London, in this, they know how much it was to go to Spain. My mates were going to Spain when I was traveling with my mother. I'm carrying bags, she was doing shopping, I'm carrying bags, but this same my mates were already going to Spain. They travel on their own. Imagine. So I became it, but it takes time for you to learn, to begin, because you have to speak like them. You cannot speak fear. You cannot speak poverty. You can't speak lack. Just be speaking to the Holy Spirit to help you if you find yourself in that setting. But you know, after 2-3 times, you become bold. And once you become bold, the way even you stand, you can comfortably say, sometimes they say, I'm not buying for you drunkards if you want to get drunk. I'm not in the mood for that. I'll say it boldly, and they walk past. They won't know because I don't have to, but now you have boldness to tell them whatever you want, and they will not think that you're not one of them. What you say, let it be carefully know what you say. Because I've seen men being laughed at when you say some certain things as you live there, and they say, who brought that man into this place? Who is the person? Because of the things that you say, how you say it. When you go to some settings, keep your mouth shut and learn certain things. If you have a friend that takes you to a setting of these people, keep your mouth shut and learn how they do things. Learn how they dress. Learn what is trending. Learn what is happening. Just learn. There was this guy, we were like, I know that he's from one of these rich Port Harcourt families. We were voting, he's voting, but if you see the kind of canvas and this thing he wants to come, I say, you want to come and intimidate us here that we are voting. But I wanted to speak to the guy, And everybody who greet him will just nod. He came with Mopo, obviously, and he was just nod. So I just walked up to him, I looked at his shoe. I said, where did you get it? I called 2 shops. As I just called 2 shops, he just smiled. I said, no, I didn't go, it's from here. Actually, it's nothing from the UK. I bought it, then we started talking. Anytime he sees me now, Papa, we did it. So you know how to say things. You see, the way around these things is how you need to think it. You need to be smart. You need to be smart. Because tomorrow now, when you ask that person something to help you, he will help you. You need to break that barrier and put yourself in that place. The 4th one is how you say what you say is important. How you say what you say is also important. Why? Because there are many power blocks, there are many settings. You need to, when you talk generally. Even if you are PDP man, when you want to talk in a place you don't know how you say things. Do you know there are some people I cannot invite for my program? I won't go into details, but you need to know some certain things. You need to know some certain things. And you need to walk. So you need to know how to say, be neutral when it comes to political things. Outside, be neutral. Talk on the surface and always say, I'm not in any party, I'm a business person, but all of us know the party where you are. Be careful how you say things. Because are you not surprised when you become governor, they will go and bring out one thing you said 10 years ago. They will bring out, watch what you say. Because those are the 4 things people use to classify you and know whether you will and they will treat you well. Number 4, treating people the way you want to be treated. That's God's standard. I have to move now because we've gone. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Because that's the most important thing. How do you relate with people? How do you want people to treat you? Treat them. If I cannot talk to you, look at the person in the eyes and say, my brother, I'm sorry. I have somewhere I'm going. See, even if you don't want to speak to the person, even if whatever the reason, make sure you live an experience. Like I tell my staff here, when people come, I want them to live here having a warm feeling about this place. Even if they call, some people when they call a company, is how they answer the call that will determine whether they will come or do business with you. How do you answer call? How do you relate even with the gate man? How do you relate? How do you relate with people? Treat them exactly the way you want to be treated. But the downside of that is, how do you treat? If you don't treat yourself well, you can never treat another person well. You need to know how to treat yourself, love yourself, improve on yourself, care for yourself. Some people don't know how to care for themselves. See, if you cannot buy clothes for yourself, you can't buy for somebody else. If looking good, not even good, looking presentable is not your thing, you cannot do it for somebody else. What you cannot do for yourself, you can't do for somebody else. Life is one chance. Enjoy your life as much as you can. It's not because you are saving money does not mean that you will not live. Sometimes take yourself out. Talk to yourself. Speak to yourself. Encourage yourself. David did that. He encouraged himself in the Lord. Speak to yourself. Speak to yourself. Love yourself. Because if you cannot, you can't do it for somebody else. You cannot cannot have empathy towards somebody else when you don't even know how to feel sorry for yourself. We must get to the point that you must take out time for yourself. You are the most important person to yourself. And the day you begin to discover who you are, discover yourself, make out time for yourself, you treat yourself well, you will treat other people well. Why am I saying this? The way you treat people is the way they will treat you back. So if you don't know how to treat people well, if you don't know how to treat yourself well, you won't know how to treat people well, and people will be treating you bad. It's as simple as that. So learn how to treat your people. 5, associate yourself with like minds who encourage you. Don't stay in any gathering or in any relationship that person doesn't encourage you. There's this man that is called Bill Swad. He was the largest Chevrolet dealer in the US, also was in the board of Oral Roberts University. He's the one that said this thing. Most of us would have seen it. I had to go and look for his name. Great minds talk about ideas. Average minds talk about events. And small minds talk about people. Did you get that? Great minds talk about ideas, solution, invention, how to make things work better. Average minds talk about events. Oh, you see that party? Did you see that this one? Did you see that? And small minds talk about people. And you need to begin to teach, even your children, you need to, whatever we're going to become in life, you see it from when the person is small. And I noticed this, and I realized that, you know, sometimes our children are doing some certain things, we stop them from doing, and we're stopping the flow of ideas and invention in their life. We were doing baby dedication one day in my house, and I was going on, and the kids were in the children's parlor. And I just stopped just to watch them. My kid, my first son and 3 other guys, they were pretending that they were astronauts. They were pretending that one was building ship, one was an astronaut, one was a soldier. They were all talking about what they want to do, you know, flying, all those things kids do. Then one was saying, but my mommy said that soldiers will die. My mommy said that pilots this. My mommy said that. I called the house and said, go and carry that boy that is saying my mommy said, and carry him out of that place. Because he's saying my mommy is small mind talking about these boys are in their mind. Because when you grow up and become adult, it's the same way. Stay with people. See, let me give you advice. I've said it many times. Stay with people that make you uncomfortable. I am the least in my group. In my circle of friends, I am the least. In terms of wealth, in terms of anything you want to call it. Stay with people that intimidate you. When you are with them, you are intimidated. There's a guy in Lagos I need to, he's like 4 years younger than me, but anytime I want to see him, I have to speak in tongues for 1 hour. Because when you go and see where human beings are living, you say, what happened to me? And this thing started since when he was 30. When you're eating, people are waiting for you with a handkerchief. In somebody's house, a small boy's house. When you go there, they will use, just like they get in restaurants, they will give you hot water to clean your hand. You can enter the bathroom, you don't know where to flush. You have no clue. You say, how can somebody be living like this? I came back home, my wife gave me question, which kind of food am I eating? Eat what? Is it not the same food I've been eating that cost me? No, I'm telling you, I couldn't eat for days. Because I'm thinking, is he not a human being? And when you get to such people, ask them. They will tell you freely what happened. And he told me just one idea. It all started with one idea.
The rest is history. The idea he walked it, gave him money, he started other things. Just one idea. Just one thought can transform your life. Just one person. So stay with such people. Stay with such people. He will buy a car, he will call you and tell you that you are talking about heaven. There's a car you can be driving, you think that you are talking with the Holy Spirit. Everything is. And he said, when you come again, come, let me show you. You say, come, I will show you. There are people living it. Stay with them. By the time they talk about the marketplace vision, I will say, why did I even bother to tell this person in the first place? You know, there are people you tell them for advice. By the time they will come up with their own idea, you'll be wondering whether you have the same kind of brain. But those are the people you stay with. People that encourage you. People that stir you up. Hebrews 10:24-25 says, and let us consider how to stir up one another to love and good works, not neglecting to meet together as it is the habit of some, but on encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day drawing near. Proverbs 27:17. A friendly discussion is as stimulating as the spark of light when iron strikes iron. It's important that you have. I was reading of a pastor. He said that when his mentor calls him, and when he says, sir, how are you? He said, don't tell me that. Teach me something. Tell me something new. This is mentor asking him. So they provoke each other by telling them one thing, something new. So he has to learn something new. He has to have a worthy discussion with his mentor before he goes to see him. Stay within that crowd because that will change your mind. Then also, but this is dicey, but I'll say it all the same. Facilitate contact in your list between people in your friend list. What do I mean? Help connect people that are within your group. But I will say it, you need to prayerfully consider that. Because people are not good. I've seen where you connect somebody to somebody and that person, two of them become your enemy. So you have to be careful how you trade. But under normal circumstances, friends are supposed to connect friends, and because wealth is perfected in a group. But I see that it's abused. But as you are led by the Spirit, connect someone. Because like I said, in the marketplace, you trade favor for favor. So if you do something for me, I will do something for you. You introduce me to somebody that doesn't cost you anything, that we are not competing, that person will introduce you to another person. But it's been abused. So I will say it, you need to be wise in doing that. Then the last one is, be the first to give. In the kingdom of God, give and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, running over. Give first. Anytime you meet someone that you want to be a mentor, you meet a friend, you meet someone, give them something. Give something. Be the first to give. During Christmas, give something. There is no man of God, whether my junior or my senior, that comes to my house that will not leave with something. None. At least a bottle of wine. When you agree with the anointing on a man's life, sow into that person's life. No matter, and when we say sow into, let me tell you, it's not when you have 100,000. No, the Christians make mistake. It's when you have 100,000 that you sow into, and so they will say, yes, guys, no. But I'm not even talking about pastor, congregant. I'm talking about friends.
There's nothing wrong in taking a carton of wine, go to your good friend's house and drop it for Christmas or for Easter. You know what will happen? Him and his wife will discuss. They will retaliate. And before you know, it's one good thing after the other. Be the first to give. You will shock. Any rich man you meet, give him something. That is the experience. That is the experience you take. He will take away from you. If I meet a rich man in a supermarket, if I meet him in any way, I see him buying anything, and it's within what I can, I will say, don't worry, I will take care of it. Buy something. I bought something for a man. He went to Lagos. His wife that called to thank me for that thing. And what the day the man will say something bad about it, the wife will say, remember, do something. If you feel that the man is too big, do for the wife. Do something around the man that will always remember you. Do something, and I'm not even talking about do something for them to remember you. Just friends, whatever you have. Most of us we have things that we just store up. Me, I have biros, I have jotters, I have things that people give to me. Somebody is coming, no, I must put something into your hands. Whoever you are. Whoever you are. And I never lack gifts. I never, because people are always giving to me because I give. People will always give to you. And giving does not have to be money, it can also be time. It can be a call. Somebody will call, somebody is in distress. You know, there are some people you just like to talk to. When you're feeling somehow, you just call them because you want to speak. You want them to just tell you something. They'll just start encouraging you. But there's some people you just manage to pick their calls. So what you want to see in people's lives. Build this friendship. Leave your house every day and just note that you need to build friendship. Because friendship is what will consolidate, what will keep you on top. Every wealth that you have will come through a man. So how you keep that relationship is what matters. Let's rise to our feet. We'll just say a couple of prayers before we close tonight. Let's just charge ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Let's just charge ourselves with the Holy Spirit. If you cannot speak in tongues, just worship Him. But please do something before the presence of the Lord. Speak in tongues, just worship the Lord. Find yourself in the Spirit, in the presence of the Lord. There is liberty, there is fullness of joy. Worship Him tonight. As the praises go up, His blessings will come down tonight. Let us worship with Him. Connect with Him tonight. Holy Spirit, we invite you into this place. We know that you're here waiting for us, and so we enthrone you. We enthrone you in this place tonight. We ask the Holy Spirit, take dominion, take preeminence in everything that we do here tonight. Holy Spirit, come and drive every activity here tonight. Come and lead us in everything that we're going to do here tonight. We want you to take all the glory. We want you to take all the honor. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. We're going to start praying and ask the Lord, make me a friendly person. Give me the grace to be hospitable, to be kind, to be a kind person. He says, he will ask him that, he said he will change. I will put my spirit in Ezekiel. I will put my spirit upon you, and I will take out that heart of stone and give you a heart of flesh, so you can do my will and my bidding. Some of us, we have the heart of stone. Let's ask the Lord to remove it tonight. We want a heart that will be friendly, a heart that will make us caring, a heart that will make us hospitable. We want to be friendly in our disposition. Pray and ask the Lord to give you a heart of flesh. Father, we want a heart of flesh tonight. Put in us a heart of flesh. Put in us a heart of flesh. Put your spirit upon us tonight. Put your spirit upon us tonight. Put your spirit upon us. Let us be transformed to become that which you want us to be. Transformed that we will have your own heart. Transformed so that we'll be like our Lord and our Savior. Transformed so that we'll be an example of your children here on earth. Father, take away this heart of stone from us. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen. As we're still praying for our heart, let's ask the Lord that to take away a judgmental heart from us. That we don't judge people harshly. We don't know their story. We don't know their pain, where they are coming from. But let us, a heart that will build, a heart that will not tear down. Let's ask the Lord to touch our heart tonight. No more judgmental. No more judgmental thinking. I will not use our mouth to tear people down, but to build them. Father, we are asking that you repair our heart. Give us a heart that will not judge us. Because if you say to the measure with which we judge others, we are being judged. We are asking, oh God, take away this heart from us. Take away this judgmental heart from us. Give us a loving heart. Give us a loving heart. Give us a mouth that encourages and does not tear down. Give us a heart. Give us a heart. Give us a heart that is not judgmental. In Jesus' mighty name we pray. We're going to pray this prayer because it's one of the most important prayers tonight. God is love. And if we have to be like God, we also have to be loved. But we don't love ourselves. Because if we don't love ourselves, we can't treat ourselves right. If we can't treat ourselves well, we can't treat somebody else. So let's ask the Lord to teach us how to love ourselves. How to love ourselves. How to love and how to love ourselves. The world will be a better place if we know how to love. Only a man that loves himself can love other people. Ask the Lord